Well, at the box office this weekend, Joker broke an October record with $93.5 million in its opening weekend.
Matt Perrin checked it out and shares his thoughts in your Monday Movie Musings.
Welcome to another Monday. We had a record-setting movie open this weekend. It had the largest October opening of all time and the fourth largest opening for an R-rated film. With a $93.5 million domestic and $234 million global cume, people were coming out in droves to see Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix bring the newest incantation of the dreaded Batman villain to life. Although this one promised to show his origins. So without any further ado, here's my take on Joker. Our film begins in Gotham City with Arthur Fleck, played by Joaquin Phoenix. He has to see a psychiatrist on a weekly basis as the result of having been in the hospital for unknown reasons. He works for a clown agency and takes care of his mother in their one-bedroom apartment. We can see the mental health problems Arthur suffers from despite being on a buffet of medication. At one of Arthur's clown gigs, he is jumped by a gang of street kids, which starts the cracking of his already fragile psyche. Arthur continues to try to put on a happy face, but the world continues to mistreat him. After an altercation on the subway, Arthur's attitude flips and he begins to embrace what's going on inside himself. He follows his dream of stand-up comedy, and although it doesn't seem to go all that well, it leads to the biggest moment of his life. As Arthur begins to take matters into his own hands, it seems that Gotham is starting to rally around an idea that he started. As the movie progresses, we see many interactions taking place. Arthur has interactions with a young Bruce Wayne and Thomas Wayne as well. We also see him interacting with those that have wronged him in the past, along with those that haven't. We see Arthur discovering secrets about himself that actually lead him to becoming less Arthur and more Joker. Unrest is breeding and Joker is rising, and we as the audience wait to see exactly how this is going to play out. So, what to say about this one? First off, let's start with the elephant in the room. Everyone I know was so excited about this movie coming out, and I was more of a meh. All I was thinking was, do we really need a DC movie surrounding the origin of a character we don't need an origin for? Just let the Joker be who he is on a Heath Ledger level of crazy. Speaking of which, you have to admire Joaquin Phoenix's courage taking on this role. I mean, everyone is all about Heath Ledger's Joker to the point that Jared Leto's was universally hated. But Phoenix made this movie. His depiction of mental illness and what it can lead to just puts ice in your veins. As a friend of mine put it, it's the perfect descent into madness, and I couldn't look away. It's just sad, appalling, and troubling, and that's a pretty accurate summation of this movie. It was so weird to see this coming from Todd Phillips, who is known for Road Trip, Old School, and the Hangover movies, because this is as far from a comedy as it gets, even a tragic one. I'm glad I went into this on the fence because it made it that much better. The question, though, would be, is this actually a DC origin story, or is it more of a social commentary on the 1% and how horrible mental health awareness is in this country, set flawlessly against a well-known comic book story? Well, I think it could be either, or both. I'll leave it up to you. Although, is it really a true origin story when you find yourself empathizing with the normal bad guy and rooting against your normal protagonist? It's too bad that it's been said this is a standalone movie and we will never see this Joker again. But we all know that in Hollywood, money makes the movie reels go round, and since the money is flying in, we may see some more Phoenix Joker in the future. One thing that needs mentioning, if your 10-year-old is pulling on your leg, saying we need to go see the new superhero movie, don't take them. This movie is not for the young fans, but by all means, get a babysitter, put on a happy face, and go yourselves. This has been your Monday Movie Musing. Claire? Curtis?
Oh, coming up, Tyler has one last look at that forecast.
ABC Columbia's News at Noon continues in just a few moments.